hello everyone. Hello, happy Wednesday. Okay, let me just check if I'm on live. So let me see if I could see myself and just make sure that I'm already live with you guys. If you ladies are in the room, please do comment, right? Comment below so I would know I'm really live right now. Okay, awesome. All right, so if you're joining me live, say hello or hi in the chat for me. Okay, all right. Awesome. Okay, hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to my world. My name is Dana. You can call me D. I'm a brand strategist and a digital marketing consultant from DV Socials. Okay, so I help business owners create content that sells so that they can enjoy their desired impact and income and their desired freedom without the overwhelm. Hello, ladies. Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to scale to 20K months. So you can see down below without paid ads. All right. So do you want that? Are you excited for that? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you are joining us live, say hello in the chat for me. And if you're in the replay, please comment hashtag team replay. Hello, ladies in the room. Hello, Marina. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Sam. Hello. Okay, so for today's live, so actually I'm not seeing your names because currently I'm using and streaming using Be Live. So please click on the link in the description to accept the live app. All right, so that I could see your name. So for example, here, let me just pop this one, say hey, but I cannot see you. So hopefully I could see you if you accept Be Live, the app, in your probably sync it with your Facebook. Okay, so I could see your name in the comments. All right, but anyway, I'm just what I can do is just look it up here in my phone. I hope I could see myself going in live, but if not, that's totally fine. Okay, there you go. Gotcha. Okay, so please, if you ladies are with me right now live, say hello in the chat for me, okay? Because for today's live, is it okay if we make this more of like a chit chat or a conversation between me and you? Something like, if it's okay, because I don't want this to be just me doing all the talking, right? But I want to really get into engagement with you. Is that okay? Let me know, all right? And of course, feel free to comment below your thoughts or questions if you have any. All right. Especially our topic is very juicy for today. It's how to scale to 20K months without paid ads. All right. So we've been hearing a lot of different strategies going on around paid ads, but how can you scale organically and magnetize clients to you? All right. So if you're excited with that, let me know in the comments. Okay. Hello, ladies. Hello, Mia. Hello, Sam. Okay, awesome. All right. So we say and we know that we all have our unique businesses, right? We have different phases in our businesses. We are all in our different phases and we all have unique goals, right? So I want to know, of course, how much is it that you really want to earn monthly in your business consistently? Okay, so we say, of course, today we talk about 20K months, but for you personally, hello, beautiful. Hello, it's Nakita. Hello. I love you. All right, so for today, we'll talk about how to scale to 20K months. But for you personally, how much do you really want to earn consistently? Right? Let me know in the comments, okay? So are you currently on your 5K, going on to your 10K? Or is it 15K and hoping to be on your 20K months, right? Or probably you're on your 20 scaling to 50, right? Or 50 going on to 100, or probably scaling past your 100K months, right? Or your 6 figures, okay? What is it that you really want? Let me know in the comments. I am so excited. We have so many ladies in the room. Hello. Come on in, right? Settle down. Let's gonna have a chit chat, a conversation, okay? So let me know, how much is it, or probably think about this. How much do you really want to earn, especially in your business? And I mean consistently, okay? So let me know, right? Because I really believe that you can achieve that and more, okay? And more. And of course, you have to consider, when do you plan to achieve it? Is it in the next 90 days? Is it the next 6 months, next 12 months, right? Okay, so for example, we have clients coming on with us. They're just in their 15K months. They want to scale to 30. Okay, right. But whatever it is, I want to really make this personal to you. Personalize this conversation for you. Okay. All right. So that's great. Awesome, ladies. Hello. Okay, right. So now we're talking about scaling up without paid ads, okay? And I want to discuss this with you in two sections, all right? So first, we'll be talking about the mindset that is required to make the shifts or to make this happen, okay? So these are the mindset that is required or the shifts that you have to do, the changes that you have to make, all right? And then second, we'll dive deep in the strategy, the one that we implement in ourselves, in our brand, in our clients, that help them scale to 20K months and more, okay? With so much ease and so much fun, okay? So do you like that? Making sales fun and easy, right? Okay, ladies, hello. For those who are just new coming in, hello, hello. So do you want that? Do you want to make your sales fun and easy? Okay, let me know. Okay, so let's get into it. So again, we mentioned it's going to be mindset plus a strategy. Okay. So, okay, I'm so excited for this. So, hello. Okay. So, speaking of mindset, this is important, because our mindset really dictates our output, right? So, and we say that our business or our life in general is only as good as our mindset, right? So, if you have on this level, this is what you're gonna get. If your mind is on this level, this is what you're gonna get. Okay? Do you believe that? Do you agree with that? Because we all know that our thoughts leads to our emotions. And then now these emotions, once we feel them, it leads us to, taking actions. And once we take these actions, we get the results, right? So thoughts to emotions to actions and results, right? Okay. So this for you, I want to give this to you. Like when we discuss this mindset, I want to give to you, for example, if you would like to have like a journaling or whatever. So this is my prompt for you to think about. Okay. Of course, we want to, we want all sales to be fun and easy, exciting and all that, right? We want it to be fast. We want it to be consistent. Right? What else? Let me know. What is it that you're looking for to or you're really aspiring in your sales, in your, in your flow, lead generation, all that? How is it? How would you want it to feel? Right? You want it to be consistent, easy, effortlessly, right? Consistently. Yeah? Okay, awesome. So we want to attract our soul clients, right? Our ideal clients. We've been, really, really hoping for that, like a smooth flow, right? But do you really believe that it can happen anytime, right? So these are the questions. Do you really believe that you can get paid at any moment? So we want magnetic marketing, attraction marketing, and all that, effortless. But do you really believe that it can happen for you? Do you really believe that you can get paid at any moment? Right? And do you really, truly believe that you can earn any amount of money at any moment? Right? Let me know in the chat where is your belief? Where are you at? Right? Is your belief matches your dreams? Or your aspirations or your wants, your desires, does it match, right? Because if not, there's a huge gap. Are you seeing the gap in there? You're wanting this, but you're not believing it. Okay, so we all want this, magical results, fast results, but, right? Do you believe in magic? Do you even believe in miracles that it can happen for you? It can happen for your business. It can happen anytime and it can happen soon. Okay? Because if this belief is not there, what we see is, we have this, our belief is so low that you will see your potential, especially in your business, being low as well. Okay? And when you think that, oh, okay, this is the potential of my business, this is just the potential of my offer, this is just the potential of my product because I don't believe in it much or it can happen for me. So do you act on it? No, right? Because you're not excited about it and it's dragging. What else do you feel? It's exhausting, right? And when you don't act on it, especially, you what in return, you get what? You get low results or even no results at all. Okay? So when you have this low results, afterwards, what happens? You go back to your belief and then you just validate it and you just say to yourself, okay, and justify yourself that, okay, see, it's not working. See, I told you I'm not gonna make it, right? So see, this is the result. And I told you so. And now you get into a downward spiral. Okay? Right? So again, your belief in something, especially in your business, especially in your potential, right? If you have high belief or low belief in your potential, you will have low actions, right? Exhausting actions, and you get exhausting results or no results at all. And then you have your low belief, right? So now what we do is what happens, but what happens if you shift it? What if you just shift your belief? Right? So what will happen? Okay, suddenly my business, okay, it's possible for me. Suddenly, I have more ideas. Suddenly, you see the big potential that, okay, this new strategy that I'm going to try, this is going to work. Okay? So now you're seeing this huge potential and now you're taking action. Okay? Because you trust it, you have this huge, excitement about it. And then now you build your action, inspired action, massive action around your potential, your big potential, because you believe in it. And then you get the results that you want. You get the results that you desire. And now that you're having all the results that you want, your 20K months, 30, 50, 40, right? Now you go back to the belief again, and then you validate and you justify to yourself that, okay, I told you so. I told you so this is going to happen. I told you so that this will make sense. I told you so that this will be in full circle, right? So can you see? Suddenly you're in a spiral again, but you're in an upward spiral. Okay. All right. So ladies, if this is resonating with you, let me know. Okay. Where are you right now? Are you in a downward spiral? Or are you in the upward spiral? Where are you at? Okay. So, check in with yourself. Let me know. Okay. Right. Awesome. Okay. So again, going back, because you're at this one, I'm going to give you something that is, this not the usual. Right? We know when you get excited with your belief, with your potential, with your actions, and you do results, and again, you go back to your belief, you feel excited, right? Do you feel excited when you have that? Okay. But let me tell you this. Your excitement won't sell your offer. Okay. This is not the norm. Okay. But your excitement, I'm telling you, your excitement won't sell your offer. Why? Because it won't sell your high ticket products or high ticket premium, programs. Because when you're excited, you get into this feeling and you get into this power that, okay, I'm going to radiate this excitement going out. Okay. Right. Like think of this scenario. When you're so excited, you have this feeling, right? It's in you, but it's one way. Okay. Suddenly, but your power is only received by the other person when they say yes to you. Okay. But what if they don't? Okay. So suddenly this is conditional. Everything is conditional. When you're excited, it's conditional to the point that it's only, one way and it doesn't come across. So the other person has to be excited as well. Right? But can you transform other person? Can you change other person? Right? Do you want your sales to be manipulative? Right? Do you want that? Do you want to, use all these triggers, these fears and all that just to create a sale? Right? Does it feel authentic to you? Let me know, right? Because when you're excited, it has to be, the other person has to say yes to your excitement before the deal or the transaction happens, right? So again, it's conditional. But when you trust, it unleashes your power regardless of the other person or whoever, because you trust. Okay, so when you're excited, you're in this energy of feeling, but it's one way. But when you trust, you're in the energy of certainty, of making sure, of being in full, complete knowing that your products, services, offers will sell no matter what. Again, have this mindset no matter what. And that you only get that when you trust. Okay? When you trust completely with full certainty, I'm sure. Okay? So make sure that you're in this space or in this energy of trusting, of certainty, not, oh, I believe, or I believe, I wish, I want, I hope, right? Those are positive, but not really, not really gonna get you to your goal. Okay? So what you want is to have this trust, this certainty of, instead of I believe and I want, I hope, it's to transition it to I am so sure. I'm so sure with this. Suddenly, we go back to your belief, potential, and action. When you're so sure with your belief, when it's solid, you're not just excited, but when you're solid, when you believe that, the potential grows, action grows, results grows, and then you're in upward spiral. Okay? Right? So, because, scaling to your dream 5-figure months would be inevitable if you have that level of trust. Okay? So, is this, can you resonate with this? Is this exciting for you? Let me know. What are the mindset shifts that you're going to take in order for you to, reach your 20K months? What are the things that you want to break? Or, the limiting beliefs? Let me know in the comments and I could help you, switch them up. Okay, so that everything supports you. Okay, let me know. All right, ladies. Hello. For those new people coming in, we were talking about how to scale to 20K months when discussing the mindset shifts first. Okay, these are the mindset shifts that are required. I'm telling you, these are required. Okay, the actions won't matter if the mindset is not there. Okay, so hello, ladies. If you're live with me, we have lots of ladies in the room. Comment down below. Say hi in the chat for me. Okay, all right. So now, moving forward, again, when you believe, you have to also believe in your offer. Okay, not just what's gonna happen, but directly in your offer. Okay, because you know what, someone else out there needs you. Someone there wants you, looking for you already. Okay, so don't deprive the world of your awesomeness, because it's a disservice when you hide your skills, when you hide your talents, when you hide your offers, your products, your amazingness, right? It's a big disservice to everyone, okay? Because they're already looking for you, they already need you, they already want you, okay? That business idea won't pop into your head if it's not needed. If it doesn't, it's not going to help other people. If other people won't want that, it won't be in your head, right? But if you keep on thinking about it, if you really, really desire to level up to scale to your 20K months, you have to believe in your offer. If you believed before, you have to believe even more. Okay? Okay, so I want you to think of all the service providers, okay? Let's just switch it up, okay? I want you to think of all the service providers that you've hired before, or you're hiring right now, or for all of the products that you love, that you have bought, that has helped you improve your life. Okay, think about that. For example, your phone, your gadgets, laptop, or probably your toiletries, your favorite, a soap, candles, whatnot, right? Service providers, probably your architect, probably your designers, probably your VAs and all that, right? So when you think of all these people, all these products, all these offers, aren't you just grateful that they exist? Right? Aren't you just thankful that, okay, gosh, thank you so much. It's here. Thank you so much. It's helping me. Thank you so much. It makes my life easier, right? Because you also think that, aren't you scared to think of the idea of them being gone? Like, what's going to happen for me? Oh my gosh, I can't imagine myself without my phone. I can't imagine myself using other phones. Yeah, right? Yeah, let me know, okay? So what I'm trying to say is that as long as you're hiding, right? As long as you're hiding, someone else is suffering. Okay, so don't dim your shine or be modest. Be out there, believe in your offer, go out there, show to the world, because they need you and they want you and they're already looking for you. Okay, so again, as long as you're hiding, someone else is suffering. Okay, so if this resonates with you, let me know. Now let's dive deep into this strategy. Okay, so I'm sure this is what you've been waiting for. This also the most exciting part. Everything was just a setup, but this, I'm gonna let you in on one of our top secrets. Okay, so if you want that, let me know. If this is something that sparks your interest, let me know. Comment below secret, the word secret. Let me know. Okay. This is exciting, okay? So now we move forward. Now we've settled our mindset. Now we move forward to the strategy. So what is our strategy? To start off, this is our secret, the top secret that we share to our clients only, okay? Now I'm revealing this. So what is it? We always say that positioning your brand won't sell your premium offers. Okay? Is this something new? Let me know. Okay, so what is positioning? Positioning is, positioning yourself in the market, positioning your brand in the current market, positioning against your competitors. Okay, what differentiates you against your competitors, or what makes you the same as your competitors? So that is more of the positioning. Okay, or probably positioning in the traditional, brick and mortar to transitioning to the online era, right? Okay, so now this is the positioning, okay? But let me tell you, I'm a brand strategist, right? But positioning your brand won't sell your premium offers, okay? Because being knowledgeable and being skillful just makes you a professional. That's it. Knowledgeable, skillful, professional. Okay. But it is your brand strategy and your behavior around it that makes your selling a luxury selling. Okay. Right? So the typical way of marketing that we know, the strategies that we know, tells us to spend hours in the DMs, right? Adjust your prices to close deals, right? Lower your prices first and then get deals and then scale up and then sell to everyone you know and everyone you meet. Is that something that you resonate with? Or those the typical marketing strategies? Spend time in the DMs, get them, post this, and then DM everyone, copy paste here and there, scripts, right? And what does it feel? It leaves us feeling exhausted. Me personally, I tried all of that, and I'm just so exhausted. Right? And we lose our belief in our offers. We lose our beliefs, and it burns networks, it burns relationships. You're not just talking to one person, the one that you pitch first on your first conversation, you pitch already, or probably your first chat, not even asking what they do, if they need it, but pitching immediately your offers. What happens? It burns not just one person, but its entire network. It's easy, word of mouth is so strong that it can either, make or break your business. It's so strong that you can easily influence other people. So word of mouth is very strong that I could just, be recommending someone, or I can not recommend someone. And that is, scary, right? So for example, this one, okay, stay away from her. Like me, for example, I'm an architect by profession. So if, for example, like a supplier came to me pitching offers, I could just easily tell the entire architecture network that, okay, don't come to this person. This person is scary, right? Sleazy, spammy, or something, right? So it ruins. You're not just ruining one person, but you're ruining an entire network. Okay? So avoid that. All right? So what else? What do we feel? Right? So we've experienced this. We're burning relationships. We're trying so hard to sell at the first conversation, and we've tried it. We tried it before. We're guilty with that, but we've shifted. Okay? And now our clients as well, they experience them too, right? And honestly, it doesn't feel really good. It feels very inauthentic. It feels robotic. Okay, so do you feel that too? Let me know. Okay, so it doesn't feel like good. It feels icky, basically. Like I cannot even, I'm not even natural with the script that we use. Okay, so now we knew we had to make a shift, or else we're gonna lose our business, right? Because we're in the service providing space. Okay, so we have to make a shift. That's when we implement our luxury branding strategy. Okay, so this is our strategy. And what we do, this is the way that we get to scale to 20K months. And this is the way that we were able to help our clients as well scale to 20K months. Okay, and I don't mean pricing, not pricing to 10K and then get two clients or something like that. It's beyond pricing. Okay, so this uncommon method that we implement, this luxury branding strategy, goes beyond brand positioning. It goes beyond selling only to the affluent, and it also goes beyond premium pricing. Okay, so this exact strategy that we implement enables us, and will also enables you to fully express yourself and your story through your brand. Have this authentically showcase your products and your services, your story, the reason why you started, the reason, your mission, why are you doing this, right? And be clear with your mission and your vision as well. Where are you gonna go? How are you gonna get there? Okay, so this strategy enables you as well to never worry about competitors or even saturated markets, right? So we always say that, why would I even offer? Why would I even do this? We're always the same, right? We're in the sea of same. Okay, so but with luxury branding strategy, you never have to worry. Never have to worry about competitors, saturated markets. Okay, and when you magnetize clients, they get to start the conversation. They get to be in your DMs instead of you being in their DMs. Right? So, and of course, mostly you get paid how much you desire, and not explain why you need, or why are you charging so. Okay? All right. So what happens? You get to create a strong and unforgettable brand presence. Okay? Again, I repeat, strong and unforgettable brand presence. Okay? And you get to be crystal clear in your messaging. Okay? Write this down, and you get to experience selling with ease. Okay, so this is the power of luxury branding strategy. Okay, so what happens here is, as I mentioned earlier before, that is beyond pricing. Okay, but what we do is we give an experience to the audience. So this is the secret sauce. Okay, so we give an experience to the audience, to the customers, to convert them into customers, to paying customers. Okay, so first, okay, write this down. We make sure that your brand is top notch visually. Okay, this is very important visually. So for example, me, I'm trying to implement the luxury branding strategy, and look, I am visually top notch. Okay, I make sure my background is top notch. I make sure I am top notch. Okay, so what we do here is we provide a premium experience that would be cohesive. For example, we could be cohesive in all your social media feed, consistent in your colors, in your fonts, cohesive in your brand touch points, may it be online or offline, especially if you're in the, products, if you're product based, you would want your packaging as well to be cohesive, and not just your packaging, not just the boxes and all that, but do you have a thank you note? Do you write them personally? Do you have an invoice, a branded invoice? Do you even have brand patterns, right? That you desire, right? So of course, being cohesive in all your brand touch points, your website, your socials, are you in Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn? Are you the same person everywhere you go, right? So those are the things. So that's number one. Again, I repeat, make sure your brand is top notch visually. Okay, visually top notch. Okay, because that's where you spark interest. Okay, next, okay, create content that magnetize. All right, so you have to be irresistible, binge worthy, savable posts, engaging posts, sparks curiosity. So these are just, we implement other psychological triggers, but one of our favorites is curiosity, and another one is prestige that we use, right? We create that, and we make hand raisers. Okay, this is very important for us. We create hand raisers content where people say, me, I want me too. I want that. I want, can you also share with me your rates, your packages? Me too. Right? All the time, they're like throwing themselves to you. Okay, they want that. Okay, because you have to create content that magnetize. Hello, hello, new people in the room. I'm so happy that you're here. Hello. Okay, so going back again, content that magnetize, okay? Content, and make sure that your content is centered around your ideal clients and what they want. Okay, so of course, optimizing all your features, your hashtags, your reels for more reach. Okay, your profile, optimizing your profile to be searchable. Okay, so this is very, very important that your content is, coming from a perspective of an influencer. Okay, influencer perspective, that I matter, that what I post, I matter, what I say matters, that what, I'm gonna say, it's gonna be beneficial for everyone. And, that trust and certainty that whatever I'm gonna say, people are gonna follow. When I move, they move. I'm an influencer in that kind of space. Okay, so that's how when you give out value that could improve lives, could help them in their business, can help them in their lives, and you get influencers, that influencer mindset in your branding, in your content and all that, right? You, in your influencer, saying you matter, your content matters, and this is very, very valuable, right? You That's when you gain that desired income. Okay, and again, influencers get paid 20K months. Okay, so if you're not on that influencer vibe level mood, that's the reason why you're not scaling to 20K months, because your content is that of like a newbie, like a not trustworthy, not professional. Okay, but when you shift to an influencer mindset, magic happens. Okay, so yes, of course, you can implement this method right away, but we mentioned that all businesses are unique and probably have specific needs as well that we weren't able to cover, especially, we have very, very limited time here in our Facebook live. But thank you so much for joining me, and tuning in. So if you would need help, especially implementing these strategies that I was mentioning, mindset shift and all that, comment below strategy, and I will do an audit on your social media. Okay, so for your social media, so this is the exact strategy that we use and we implement in our business and our clients to increase those engagements. We 2x our engagements, we triple the sales of our clients. Okay, so with our ideal clients coming into the DMs, total strangers asking for your products and services. Okay, so if you're excited with that, you want to know more about that, I'm gonna do a social media audit for you. Just comment below strategy and I'll hook you up with these. Okay, so if you also want to connect with me, thank you so much for tuning in. I leave my links in the description, and I'll see you again next week. All right, so bye bye. Thank you.